There is a shocking video leaked of Blake Lively cheating on Ryan Reynolds with co-star Justin Baldoni. Ryan is not happy to say the least.
So there's some new footage that's going around from the set of It Ends With Us where we see Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni making out on set. And people are saying that this is contradicting the allegations that she makes against Justin Baldoni. However, the timeline is important.
If you thought Hollywood scandals had peaked with Depp vs. Heard or that nothing could top the chaos of Olivia Wilde's Don't Worry Darling press tour, think again. A leaked behind-the-scenes video has just blown the roof off of the upcoming film It Ends With Us starring Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. The footage? A grainy, intimate moment between the two co-stars, lip bites included. But this isn't just a steamy on-set kiss, it might be the smoking gun in a lawsuit that's spiraling out of control. And now the internet is asking one question: did Blake Lively lie about being harassed by her co-star to sabotage the movie and steal creative control? Keep watching till the end to find out.
Baldoni's attorney Brian Friedman includes a message ahead of the footage, saying Ms. Lively's complaint alleges that during a scene, Mr. Baldoni and Ms. Lively were filming for a slow dance montage. Mr. Baldoni was behaving inappropriately. The statement adds, the following videos, captured on May 23, 2023, clearly refute Ms. Lively's characterization of his behavior. The scene in question was designed to show the two characters falling in love and longing to be close to one another. Both actors are clearly behaving well within the scope of the scene and with mutual respect and professionalism.
The video in question surfaced online from an anonymous source and vanished just as quickly, but not before it exploded across social media. In the clip, Lively and Baldoni are seen kissing passionately, with Blake even biting Justin's lip. But here's where things get dark. This exact kind of interaction was what Blake cited in her harassment lawsuit. Yet the video was filmed after those allegations were supposedly resolved, after she told producers and her husband Ryan Reynolds that everything on set was kosher. That's right. The timeline is absolutely damning.
You can see that she's biting his lip in this specific makeout scene, right? When you can see that they're very intimately involved. Now, the reason this is so key is because of the date that this was filmed. So this was actually filmed in January 2024, which was after the all-hands meeting that she had with Sony and Ryan Reynolds and Baldoni and the producers, right? Why is that important? Well, because the allegations of harassment were made in phase 1 of filming, which happened prior to January 2024. So all of the alleged harassment is what she claimed happened prior to 2024. So this was shot afterwards.
Baldoni's legal team was quick to pounce, saying the video completely refutes Blake's claims. This is the scene she was referring to, they said. Watch for yourselves. And people did, frame by frame. Twitter detectives and Reddit sleuths zoomed in, slowed it down, and dissected every lip nibble and body language cue like it was the Zapruder film. Was it scripted? Rehearsed? Or was it something far more personal?
In her original complaint, she mentioned a scene that while they were filming, he displayed certain inappropriate behaviors that made her extremely uncomfortable. In response to this, Justin Baldoni's team released that footage. They said, here's a scene she was talking about, see for yourselves if what she's saying is legit. And the online community went nuts, trying to figure out if in this footage he's displaying any inappropriate behaviors, if she seems uncomfortable in any way, or was her complaint very embellished.
And even at the end of production, which Baldoni's team presented in their case, is that Blake Lively signed off saying that phase 2, everything in phase 2 was kosher, and she was cool with everything. It was totally good. Which is interesting considering the lip biting, like she's literally sucking on his lip, which is what she accused him of doing in her harassment lawsuit.
Caught in the eye of this storm is none other than Ryan Reynolds, Blake's husband and Hollywood's favorite wisecracker. Except, this time, the sarcasm is gone. Public appearances show Ryan looking tense, his signature smirk swapped for something closer to a grimace. Even more telling? He recently unfollowed Baldoni on Instagram. In the influencer age, that's the digital equivalent of a public divorce.
Latest on Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. The couple made their first public appearance in weeks amid their dispute with her It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni. Claire's got the details.
Yeah, George, good morning to you. While the legal battle is turning ugly, the couple was all smiles and glamour this weekend. Lively has a movie out in a few weeks. She hasn't done any publicity for it yet, and that has added to the surprise of her appearance.
A source telling People magazine Reynolds and Lively had a great time at SNL 50, adding, "It was nice getting out of the house and being around friends and familiar faces."
And yet, the plot thickens. Blake had already signed off on the scenes in question, saying she felt safe and comfortable during phase 2 of filming. So why would she file new allegations later, unless there was something else at play? Baldoni's lawyers are claiming it's all part of a power play, that Blake wanted more control over the production and used the harassment claims as leverage. He's now suing her for defamation and unfair business practices, saying she manipulated the situation to seize creative power from him, the film's original director and producer.
His production company produced it, he directed it as well, and then she took creative control. Through power, intimidation, threats, and he claims that she made up the sexual harassment allegations as a cover-up, and that he engaged in no smear campaign, that she's the one who did. Gaslighter, manipulator, liar. Baldoni is suing the actress best known for Gossip Girl and her husband for a whole bunch of causes, including defamation, unfair business practices, and more. And as I told you earlier, he has evidence, footage, and audio of Blake Lively out of character, mocking his physical appearance, making fun of his nose and telling him that he should get plastic surgery. He's got receipts in the form of actual footage from the movie. And he's got even more receipts that reveal Blake Lively did not respect boundaries. Blake Lively was so unprofessional while filming.
Meanwhile, Justin's wife, Emily Baldoni, has been making her own quiet waves. Though she'd stayed out of the spotlight, she recently liked a cryptic tweet that reads, "Once the trust is gone, there's no turning back." Sources close to the couple say things have been frosty at home. Is the leaked video cracking their marriage too? Or is Emily just another casualty in Hollywood's endless game of smoke and mirrors?
I just want to say, God, first of all, thank you. You could have given up on me a lot of times. I've made a lot of mistakes. And your grace, and your compassion, and your love, your belief that I can be better, even when I fuck up, it's why we're even here. It's why I wrote a book. It's why the podcast exists. And if you had not been you, the beautiful, strong, badass superhero that I think you are, filled with grace and compassion, I don't think I would have loved myself enough to be willing to sit here right now. I just want to thank you, because you are.
As for the video itself, was it planted? Was it a trap? Some believe the leak came from inside Ryan Reynolds' own camp. If Ryan suspected something was off between Blake and Justin, leaking an ambiguous video could be a passive-aggressive way of exposing the truth without saying it outright. The theory? Sabotage from within. And honestly, the timing is almost too perfect.
Candace Owens exposes the New York Times and Blake Lively. At this point, Justin Baldoni should just hire Candace onto his legal team. First off, we learn that the images that they pulled for that article had images saved 4 days before Blake Lively ever even filed anything. Just a little reminder before I play Candace's clip, New York Times article came out December 21st for the complaint that Blake Lively filed December 20th.
You go into that article and you click the images in the article about Justin Baldoni's smear campaign. It shows you that they began creating the images and pulling the images for that article on December 16th. Look at this. I'm showing you this right now. You can do this yourselves at home. If you right-click your mouse on the lead image, that is a original artwork from the New York Times. It shows you, if you look at that URL, look at the date on that. 12/16/2024, the New York Times saved this image, this original art image, as Lively Topper. They were working on this article 4 days before they published the piece. Let me show you another one. You can pull another image from this because they were saving these files and did not think about their digital footprints. You can see they even named this file, multimedia file, that was named on 12/18. That is 2 days before Blake Lively filed her complaint. And they named it Smear Baldoni. Now that is to me the biggest clue right there, the title of it.
And it's not just gossip blogs weighing in. Joe Rogan went on an unfiltered rant about how Blake and Ryan were trying to ruin a guy's livelihood. Florence Pugh made a pointed red carpet comment, "I don't believe in fake chemistry. If it looks too real, it probably is." Even Chrissy Teigen chimed in, saying the whole thing was giving euphoria levels of "this is getting messy." Selena Gomez dropped a now deleted comment warning, "Keep your circle small." When the queen of cryptic deletes a post, you know that something's going on.
On the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively thing?
Bro, Blake Lively, talk about ruining your reputation, and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, they fucked up. Ryan's trying to get out of it now. He's trying to get out of the lawsuit, and they're like, you are a key part of this.
This is what you get, though. This is what you get. You're trying to ruin a guy's livelihood.
They were trying to take over the movie and the whole franchise. He owned the franchise. The whole thing's crazy. And he's suing the New York Times, and he's got a great case
there,
too.
He's going hard in the paint. But that's what it takes.
That's what it takes.
It's like Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
He's like, all right.
Yeah.
He did for the boys.
Exactly.
You need real to be like, nah, man, I ain't going out like this.
Yeah, especially a guy like that. It was like known as being like this really sweet, nice guy.
Yep.
In the age of performative wokeness and strategic outrage, it's hard to tell who's playing chess and who's just trying to survive the fallout. Studios are terrified, publicists are spinning, and audiences are watching it all unfold like it's season 5 of Succession. Every step, every like, every Instagram unfollow is a headline. So, back to our original question, did Blake Lively lie about being harassed to sabotage Justin Baldoni and take control of the film? Based on the receipts, videos, text messages, the suspicious timeline, and her post-complaint onset behavior, it's starting to look like the answer might be yes. Or at the very least, that the story is far more complicated than she initially claimed. But this is Hollywood. Nothing is ever what it seems, and you can bet this story's far from over.